Hey guys, I'm going to do kind of a two-in-one video for you guys today. I'm going to be reviewing my new foundation, but I'm also going to be showing you how I put it on. So it's going to be like my foundation routine slash new foundation review. So the foundation, as you saw on my probably December favorites that I'm using now, is my Matchmaster foundation. And in my last video, I realized that I said I was a 9.5, and I'm actually a 9.0. Sorry about that. So, yeah, if you're NW45 or around that, yeah, around there, you will be probably a 9.0. But as always, when you go to the MAC counter, they'll match you or whatever. So, first let me talk about it. I love this foundation. I was kind of skeptical about getting it. I was kind of, set with my Studio Fix powder foundation. Liquid foundation really wasn't for me because I had oily skin, and I was like, I just didn't want to use it. But I kept seeing reviews on it. Crystal is 007 talked about it. And somebody else talked about it, and I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and get it. And I went and bought it and tried it out, and I love it. It holds my oil off more than any other foundation I've ever tried. I'm not gonna say that it keeps me completely matte all day, because I just think this is my skin. I don't say matte more than any other liquid foundation or powder foundation I've ever tried. I know that was a claim when I went to MAC before, and in my mind I'm just thinking like, okay, yeah, whatever. Everyone says that, everybody who wants to hold oil, who wants to try to hold your oil back says, oh, it keeps you matte all day, whatever. So I was like, whatever. But I went ahead and tried it, and I love it. I think it's $32, so it's much more, it's like $10 more expensive than the Studio Fix powder that I usually wear, but I think it's worth it. I was just talking to my friend the other day. I think that foundation is definitely something you should invest in if you're just getting into makeup or whatever, or want to start using makeup and you want foundation. I think that foundation is something that you should invest in. It is a foundation. It's your base. So I think it's something you should really invest in. $32 could seem like a lot for a foundation, but it lasts for a while. I can't remember how long I had this. I've been wearing this for a while. It has SPF 15 in it, so that's really good. If you're really bad about putting like sunscreen on or something, you have it in here. When I take pictures and stuff, it doesn't show up different on camera. It looks the same. It blends really well. It melts into my skin really well, and it keeps me matte. So that's like A+++ for me. Another thing I've been using, and I've used before, so this isn't really new, is my Studio Finish concealer, and this is in NW45, which is what I would wear in my Studio Fix, or in the normal like configuration of MAC foundations. But yeah, that is it. I think about this, I love it. It's great. If you have oily skin and you haven't found anything that really holds your oil back, I'm going to show you how I put it on. It's not that hard. I have to get my mirror. It's not that hard, and it has a pump too as well, so that's good. I'm trying to make sure I'm in the camera. Here we go. And it has a little lock. I can show you. It has a little lock right there. You just twist it over. And I do 3 pumps because I like better coverage. But you can do whatever you want to do. And I use my face. My fingers. I always put mine on with my fingers. I forgot to put my little primer base thing on, but oh well. I may be taking this right back off anyway. And I just massage it in. I go all the way around, just like you would do any kind of foundation. And I know it turns out it looks really red on the camera, so you can definitely tell where I'm putting it. It looks more reddish than it does in person, trust me. And always make sure you blend it down. But this is how I do my foundation. You don't necessarily have to do it like this. Some people do it differently, and that's not a problem. I'm just showing you how I use my Matchmaster and how I put on my foundation. But one universal rule: definitely make sure you blend down. Definitely make sure you blend down, and definitely make sure you blend up into the hairline. That's the only rule I'm gonna like. Well, as far as I can think of, gonna say. Just rub it all in. And most of the time with this foundation, I forgot to tell you, it is like basically full coverage. It really is. If you want light coverage with this is not the foundation for you. But it's definitely full coverage because I usually have to put concealer on. Now I don't have to put concealer on with this when I put it on, but I do just because I have like dark spots and I want to put it under my eyes. Then I just cover these dark spots. Cover. Like that. And I know usually when I put my concealer on, it doesn't like cover, it doesn't like blend in all the way, but it usually does. It usually like melts into my face. So and I have dark spots under here from like messing with little chin hairs and crap, which I used to shave, but I'm not doing that anymore because then I get bumps and then I get black marks. So yeah, not trying to have that anymore, or have any more than I do. And now you always want to set your liquid foundation with a powder. And what I do, no one suggests it, but it would work for me. So I use another foundation to set mine. I use my Studio Fix foundation to set mine. That's just what I do, and I'm almost out of it. I've had this for a while, so, and it's NW45 like I said. And what I do is I take a flat top brush like this, and this is the e.l.f. powder brush. And what I usually do is I swirl it around, and I just firstly go over the parts I put concealer on, like under my eyes and on my cheeks. And then what I do is just tap it on my face first. I don't really buff it in yet because I have another brush that I buff it in with. So I just tap it on. And this may not work for everybody, but always when you're doing your makeup, do what works for you. Yeah, there are certain set rules, but always do what works for you. I do what works for me. I know that putting this another foundation on top of my foundation is what works for me. So then I take this little kabuki brush, this is e.l.f.'s as well, and I just buff it in just so it don't look as powdery. But when you put powder on for the first time, it's always going to look like ashy because it takes a little while to set in your skin. And that's even if you don't use like a liquid underneath it, like most people don't. But you know, like I said, do what works for you and just buff it in. Just make sure it matches your neck. And also if you're wearing like a lower cut shirt, make sure, you know, kind of put a little powder down there too, because sometimes your face and your neck may be two different colors. So that'll help. Okay, and that's basically what I do for my foundation. And then after this, I'll move to my eyes and my lips and my cheeks. So if you have any questions or any comments or anything, let me know. If you do anything differently, I wanted to tell you most of the time what I missed and what I do before I put on my foundation. I do this. I don't know if you can see it, but yes, this is Milk of Magnesia, and it's really good for oily skin. And I usually just shake it up and put it on a cotton ball and just rub it like over my cheeks and my forehead, you know, my T-zone pretty much. And it can be the cheap kind. It doesn't have to be the, you know, name brand kind. It's just to help keep your oil from going to the top. If you are looking for a cheap way and you don't have enough money for like the De-Slick stuff by Urban Decay or all that kind of stuff, definitely go to your Walgreens or CVS or Walmart or whatever and get some milk and magnesia and use that as like a oil keeper thingy. Okay, well, yeah, that's it. I hope you learned some stuff, and I hope that you are thinking about getting a Matchmaster foundation, because it definitely is worth it if you have oily skin. All right, talk to you later. Bye.